I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and from now on, every day at 3 p.m. UTC, I will upload a new video in this playlist where I cover the entire crypto gaming and Launchpad market every single day. So if you want to stay up to date, make sure to subscribe to the channel to receive updates whenever I upload a video. Nothing in this video is financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. We're going to have a look at the entire crypto market, the Launchpads, the crypto gaming, what I'm following, and I will do this every day going forward. You can check the playlist to basically share with you what we do on a daily basis, right? If you're looking at the actual crypto market, Bitcoin has been quite stable, fortunately, for the last 7 days, right? There was a slight drop yesterday going from about 38K to 36.7 at the lowest. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, we're still living on that hopium. The fear and greed index still in extreme fear. Yesterday was sitting about 29, which is already going into this region right here. The next update coming in 10 hours. However, because of that apparent dip from 38 to 37, 36-ish, people got a little fearful, and now it's slowly an upward trend. But if you look at a 7-day average, there have been drops like this before, and there has been small recovery. Don't ask me to project or predict Bitcoin's volatility and or movement, because I have no clue how that would work. I don't do any technical analysis. I am more into the Launchpads, IDOs, and crypto gaming investments. So when we look at Ethereum, I specifically look at Ethereum because of the NFTs that I'm currently following. I'm just having a look at what is interesting, and with the current price of Ethereum, there are some opportunities, definitely. So basically, from the last 7 days, there is quite some volatility, 2.7 all the way down to 2.3. Anytime Ethereum shoots down, it basically, from any Ethereum NFTs on OpenSea, brings a good opportunity to purchase some of these, right? So definitely being low, coming from like 3.7K not too long ago, we're still talking like 2-3 weeks ago, right? All the way down, definitely bringing a lot of hype to the NFT space. Now, when we look at the other top 100 assets, you can see that the last 7 days, there has been a little bit of hope, a little bit of recovery there. I'm not myself involved in any of these top 100 coins, except for the gaming related ones, which I will pick up when we go to the gaming section. However, it's good to see at least that some of these have rebounded quite nicely so far. Obviously, word on the street, is this a bull trap? What's going on? Will it bust, or will it run for another 6 to 8 months with some small corrections along the way? Nobody knows. I'm not here to predict that. I'm just looking at the current situation as is. So on the gaming Launchpad side of things, right? I got gaming open, I got Launchpad open. I quickly wanted to cover the amazing launch we did this week with FN, which basically sitting at a crazy 142 right now. I do have a post-launch price prediction. I don't think this price will last, but overall, the IDO for the private sale was 8 cents. The IDO itself was 14 cents, so a 10x, sitting at about a $55,000 profit. Very, very happy. If this can be maintained, extremely happy. If it goes to what I think would be reasonable, which is a fully diluted market cap of 500K, right? So we're looking at 25-30 cents, maybe a little bit higher, when the actual vesting is released of the private sale. It's daily linear, so it will not have a huge price impact, but I definitely think this is way overpriced right now. There's too much hype because it's such in the green, right? When everything is going down, this asset is going up 80%, which attracts a lot of attention. Even the team is very mature about it and telling people to calm the fuck down, because hyping it will result in a crash, which will bring FUD, which is not good for the project, specifically with the majority of the investors vesting being released in about 8 days from now. When we look at other projects, so I have the Launchpads here, we can definitely see that Seedify, for example, made a major announcement yesterday, which I want to cover. So when we go to Seedify on Twitter, they're actually going to launch their NFT space soon. So in preparation for the first S NFTs airdrop snapshot today, get to know a bit more about the Seedify NFT token space. So for any one S fund you have, you get an airdrop of 20 NFT space S fund snapshot every Monday for 5 weeks. Quite cool. They're working with big NFT communities. So Journey Club is one of them. I'm not a member of that. Obviously, I voted here because NeoTokyo is the first one of which I am a member. So I'll be receiving some of these S Fund NFT tokens for, I assume, what they're building is an NFT marketplace. But it's a crowdfunding collection, and that is through funding concept of artists, teams with S Fund in exchange for physical. So it basically backs their S Fund token for the tiers to join, IGOs, IMOs, INOs. So they're going to do NFT offerings as well. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great extension of the platform. I've spoken about the extension of Seedify Studios before on this channel, and I truly believe in that opportunity. So they're basically doing that airdrop, which obviously in regards to the token price, when they announced that, I think it was some time ago, there was a steady increase in the price. Obviously for the snapshots, people get free tokens. You can see, however, that you need one token to hold 20 of the other tokens, which basically makes them about 30 cents a pop. However, there's not that much information otherwise available. You just have to wait for the snapshots to be taken. At the same time, if you would hold the Seedify Incubator Launchpad token, you do have access to a lot of upcoming launches as well. So for the Seedify token, therefore, it's been quite stable over the last 7 days. Obviously, it had the significant decline on that Bitcoin correction, right? That huge drop that we all saw. But after that, it has been quite stable, where others continue to decline. Seedify, because of the very, I think, important announcement, was able to survive there at almost no drop today, where all the other ones are dropping like 8 to 10%, right? If we look at the Bluezilla Launchpads, like BSC pad is taking quite a hit, 19%. Then we're looking at Anypad, 20%. We're looking at GameZone, 30%, KCC pad, 15%. So definitely PulsePad, 12%. ETHPad 21%. So the Bluezilla Launchpads are definitely being hit hard currently. Why? I don't know exactly why. I haven't researched it, but 23%. There must be something going on because they have the highest decline from all the platforms. But still, Bullperks being a huge platform, to minus 12%. So definitely an interesting pattern to see that the Launchpads actually have quite a strong devaluation going on at the moment. I mean, any entry on these Launchpads is currently quite affordable. You would just have to find the right one with the right launches. The problem is when IDOs get postponed because of market conditions, people do not need to hold the tokens any longer. So one of the reasons of these drops might especially be that the .pad launch for Bluezilla got postponed, and the last launch they did, the tokens are now being unlocked without penalty, and a dump follows on all Launchpads. That makes sense. They just need to recover. So that could be one of the reasons, top of my mind, that we could be looking at. Other than that, if you look at the 7 days, so UFO Gaming announced today that they actually are doing a rebrand. So when you go to their Twitter specifically, I think they posted it this morning, they have a new logo and stuff. So they're trying to make some moves as well. Yeah, here we go, 18 hours ago, UFO Gaming. Because they have been quiet for quite a bit, I haven't really paid too much attention to it. It's already sitting at 220 million market cap. So definitely potential there. It's not really a Launchpad. Superfarm also not really a Launchpad. That's more, they fall under this category because they have that in the pipeline. Superfarm, definitely an interesting opportunity to consider medium long term. I just feel the platform is quite buggy, has been quite buggy. I participated in one of the launches, High Rise Creature Club. It didn't go well at all. I did get my creatures. It was through Mutable X Marketplace, so I ended up selling those there for a very juicy, let's say, a 10-minute profit. right? So that went really well. But they have the NFT Launchpad, then the NFT farming. So they have really, really cool ideas. And now with the market being in like the Bitcoin stabilization period, a little bit of a downtrend maintenance, you know, we don't know where it's going to go. Are we going full bull run in the next 12 months? Are we going into a bear market for the next 12 months? Who knows? I think something like Superfarm, which had the actual value high. Obviously, one of the co-founders, Elliot Trades, is like a big influencer, right? $4 at the top. Then it reached its peak again last year, but it has been around for quite a long time, right? Almost a year right now. So specifically in the NFT crypto space, that is long, so to say. Then it went up to like $172. Because of the bearish pattern in the market, it's down again. However, with 60 cents, if you believe basically in the system where the NFT generation is the most important one for me with the marketplace, the NFT trading, swapping NFTs, I don't really care about. I like these two. The farming is quite disappointing, to be fair. They need to add more farms. But I like the NFT generation and the marketplace. So this is something I would potentially look for, a potential future opportunity. So that's definitely interesting. Otherwise, when it comes to the launchpads, not really that much going on, you know. There's very little launches in terms of IDO. FN was great. I did that on Anypad. The Anypad token is suffering like all the others. It's extremely cheap right now, 2.3 cents. 500k tokens is the maximum. It's like $10,000. And on FN, you would get $4,000 allocation because it wasn't filled up. That was for 14 cents. So that $4,000 on Anypad would have made you 40 grand right now. People underestimate this platform. People like to talk shit all the time, but I've been so happy with Anypad. Although sometimes not all launches have been amazing, the last 2-3 launches were perfect. So definitely a big opportunity there. Basically on the launchpads, nothing other than that super interesting going on. I've been exploring a little bit, but I've been more focused on the gaming, right? So when we look at the gaming, I did purchase Decentraland, I purchased Vulcan, I purchased Gala. Where's Gala? I purchased Gala, and I purchased, what else? D-Race, Altura. I think those were the ones that I purchased about 4 or 5 days ago on the actual dip, 3-4 days ago, somewhere there. Only Decentraland has really been doing well. I bought that at 220, I think. So I bought that somewhere here, maybe 7 days ago. Was it? Yeah, 4 days ago, somewhere here. 210, 212, something like that, and it is now 257. That was my biggest purchase. I think it was $10,000 or $15,000. That was quite good. The other ones haven't really done that well. So I bought Vulcan at like 10. It's 10.05 right now. I bought Gala at 19. I think it's below that. It's 18.6 right now. I bought. What else did I buy? D-Race. I don't even know how much I bought D-Race for. It's 158, and Altura is not even on here, but Altura basically 6.7. I bought it at 7, I think. So definitely had a little bit of a crash thereafter, but it has been quite stable, and there was a little bit of a pump there as well. The main idea is that I just want to ride that wave if Bitcoin does decide to go to 240k, right? I'm not looking to quick flip these things. I didn't announce it. I didn't make a video on it because it's not that significant. It's more of a gamble than anything else. However, within the last 7 days, do look at that pattern, right? So everybody looks at the 24-hour pattern. It's like, oh my God, everything is down 3 to 5%. But look at the recoveries that have been made percentage-wise across the last 7 days, right? You can really see that upward trend, 180. And that is basically why I just keep looking at that fear and greed index, buy when others are fearful. You got to make that entry sometime. But this is just for the flippening for me, right? It's not actually for the long-term holds. I think the market is a little bit too volatile. So my long-term holds are still Cryo War, Chambi Valley. Those are still there, locked as well. So I can't even flip them even if I wanted to. Well, Cryo War I could, but I don't want to. And it's not basically about that. It's just looking about the establishments in the market, where the opportunities are. So definitely for at least today, I don't have any judgment, in my opinion, of what might be interesting, where the entries might be at for the biggest opportunities. One thing that is sure is that if you look at the two major ones, Decentraland and Sandbox, your opportunity was a week ago, right? And that's basically one lesson I can take for myself, and perhaps you can as well, that you might want to reconsider next time when these coins go down 40, 50%. For myself, at least, I would say perhaps that's the moment to make an entry, more so on the actual price, not the percentage changed, right? So I could just write down in my notes right now, next time this coin hits, well, I could even say below $2, just make the entry. Don't look at how much is going down, get those emotions involved, because then you're basically utilizing this the wrong way, right? $2, make the entry, then just wait 1 week and the recovery will be imminent, hopefully. But it's always a double-edged sword, right? Definitely do be aware of that. So Gala, I just like it. I only basically picked the coin specifically, not because I figured those are the least risk, highest potential reward, and you can definitely see 48% here. 40% is definitely higher than the average. Gala is a little bit disappointing at 15%, but they definitely have made some significant gains compared to the average, where the average maybe is 10-20%. Some of these are definitely a lot higher. D-race, not at all, so you can't always be right. But this is definitely something to keep your eye on moving forward. Not even today, but over the next coming days, there will be many of these opportunities. Basically, ideally looking at the biggest risers in the last 24 hours. We're talking about micro cap shitcoins. I don't know if they're actually shitcoins because I haven't looked at it. But Cryptomon I have heard a lot about, but I haven't seen it myself. When we look at some of the other biggest risers, so these are already small, like Star Atlas picking up 7%. Market is just down today. You know, when we look at the last 7 days, MetaGear pushed 511%. That's absolutely mental. There's no confirmed market cap, unfortunately. So there must be some things there. Krabada, basically on the play to earn side, is doing really well. I've seen a lot of guilds getting involved into this, and obviously that is going to push the demand. Although down 4% today, still 78% up. And you obviously want to be there before that occurs, right? I don't think I have to mention that. I've seen this project do a crazy NFT launch, which brought in a lot of money, and obviously that resembles itself in the token value as well. But other than that, the whole 20-30% gains here on the right hand side is basically the entire market rebounding, especially on the crypto gaming side of things. Crypto gaming still super hot, still tremendous amount of opportunity, and that's basically what you see when you look at all these different tokens. When it comes down to the actual launch of these gaming cryptocurrencies, currently there's not much IDO activity going on, right? So you're looking at 1 to 2 launches per week. You can do 5 launches per week if you have enough assets across different launchpads. But again, you expose yourself to more shitty projects. There was one project, I'm not going to name it specifically, but it was on 4 major launch pads, and it actually rug pulled 10 minutes after the launch, which is super crazy because they raised $400 million, just gone. I was quite impressed that nobody actually doxed them or went through the verification with them. But yeah, that's what happens in these markets. Current times are quite crazy. But it happens. So basically, what else I'm looking at? So I check those launchpads daily. I check the crypto gaming daily. I check the fear and greed index daily, which I will walk you through every single day. One other thing I do is I go to OpenSea and I check things daily. So currently, what I have is I'm trying to get rid of these awakened characters, which nobody wants to buy. I have an outer citizen for sale. I have my citizen, which I'm not selling. And then I just purchased these baby combat bots from Battleverse, which is a project review that is coming to the channel tomorrow, I think, a research report. Basically, the top rarity, I reviewed it because it's launching on Seedify soon in about 2 weeks. So it's Battleverse right here. So I basically reviewed this project and I noticed that a lot of the top 100 rarities were still available and quite cheap, only $150, $200, which made me just buy some of them and list them basically for 1 Ethereum, waiting for the IDO to happen. A little bit more of a longer term play. 16 days I would have to wait at least. So I think between the actual IDO and TGE, there will be a lot of interest in this, and hopefully I can flip them. You will see quite some activity because, of course, today I made the announcement in my Digits Club. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure to go through the link in the description, join the Discord, because there I give announcements, and the special announcements I give to all the future NFT Digit Club pass holders. And basically you can see there's a lot of purchase activity because I made that announcement, people buying all the rare ones. So when you see this, check rarity and there might be some opportunity. So I did do this morning the combat bots. This is just something when I do the research report videos, I find an interesting project. I actually do take action on that. I just don't make videos for the jokes, specifically not the research reports, because they take a lot of time. One thing that I check every day is the NeoTokyo citizen floor, because I want to know what the citizen, it should be like 37, 39. Yep, it's 37. Then I go to activity to see what the last purchase was. I've already seen that, nothing new. Then I go to see if this is a 2 byte yield floor or higher. So I go to reward rate, put this on 3, press enter, and then see that the floor is 42 Ethereum for a 3 byte. It's basically the asset currency that these NFTs generate, which is worth quite some money. But I already have one. I'm just keeping in mind in order to see if I want to buy another one. So I also have an outer identity where the tournament is coming up in 2 weeks. So the tournament lets you participate, and if you win, you can get very high value NFTs. Right, there's quite a lot of activity here, but mine is still quite expensive. I got quite a good one in terms of allocation medium, and then all the trades are quite high, but definitely too expensive because these are rare ones and they're even priced lower than mine. But still, we're talking 33K. That's quite a lot of money. So I check the outer identities. Other things I like to check while I'm at it is I usually check Chumbi Valley because I know some people that have some of these NFTs. Right, I check the floor 0.7, and then I go into the last sold just to scan if there's any high sales, but I don't have any of these, so I might not do this every day, just when I have time. I always check the Bored Ape floor, so it has been going mental lately, and the Mutant Ape, which has been going up. Then I check Journey Club, which is usually around the outer identity. So outer identities are here. Journey Club has been going mental, shooting from 5 Ethereum to 6 Ethereum. I'm only following this. I was a Journey Club member. I had the mint pass. I thought the quality wasn't there, in my opinion, just because I'm not super into NFTs, right? So if you're into NFTs, the value is definitely there. I bought my pass about 3 months ago, I think, 2.5 months ago, for 2 Ethereum. Then I sold it for 2 Ethereum a month later because there wasn't that much activity. Now they're getting more activity there. The price is going up because they're getting like a free airdrop, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care too much about the whole NFT space, and that's what they specialize in. However, I did really like their foundation, and that's also what I used to create my Digits Club, which is basically the same thing as Journey Club, but then focused on Launchpads and IDOs. So we're taking a way different direction, and I tried to learn from what they have done, at least the information that is public. So I only spent like maybe 5 minutes on OpenSea a day because I'm not really into the NFTs. I'm more scouring the launch pads. So I have one of the Digit Club team members right now documenting a lot of these IDOs, where they're taking place, when they're launching, to basically make sure that we don't miss anything and we can cover as much as possible. But definitely interesting movement in the market currently, leaving quite a lot of opportunity. You know, one thing I want to just go back to quickly was this Affin launch, which really, really surprised me. When we go to Crypto Rank and we would look up Affin, right? It's holding right now at about a 10x, right? All-time high, 10.5. That's from IDO. So I did the IDO, but I also did the private sale, right? The pre-sale, not private pre-sale, which is a 17x, which is, I mean, amazing, taking into consideration current market conditions. I did review FIN like 2 months ago, even before the actual pre-sale was announced. The metaverse, it just looked really good, right? What they want to build, I really made a long research report on it because it just all made sense. And that's basically what you want, right? That's basically what we're looking for. And during this bearish pattern in the market, the main problem is that most of these high value launches are being postponed to wait for better market conditions. So one of those is, for example, not A plus type quality, but Duckyland postponed their launch. They did do the private sale, but the actual IDO is coming up, I think, in February. But it has been 2 or 3 weeks since their private sale. We got obviously Anypad, which delayed as well, which is a huge Launchpad on the IOTEX chain. They did confirm that they will launch in February, no matter what the market conditions are. There's a lot of information on it right now, so I think it was a good decision. But delaying launches, the Bluezilla Launcpad got delayed. You know, the market conditions are really important, and I do understand this is not even loading right now. The market conditions are really important, and I do understand why they are specifically doing it. It is just not always as beneficial to the investors involved, right? Another thing I've been looking at lately is stakingrewards.com, just to see if I would make some long-term plays where the highest rewards would be for single asset staking. So Olympus, definitely not going to fuck with that. LooksRare has been quite interesting. I've been tracking it. But something like Axie still seems to be one of the best yielders. Single asset staking, no liquidity farming, just for the longer term, right? Something like Terra, AVAX, you know, I don't know. Inflation, staked amount minus the fee. Okay, so 10% is amazing, right? If you're making a long-term play, it's a single asset stake, it's not liquidity, so you're not looking at huge APRs or nothing like that, but definitely benefit there. If you look at LooksRare, which basically is a competitor from OpenSea, they offer insanely high APR right now. It gets paid out in Looks, which is automatically compounded, and then you get a portion in WETH. You would have to make the calculation to see if it's rewarding for you, because the price for Looks does go up and down quite a bit, right? So it did pump, then it dumped a little, then it's pumping again, depending on the tradable volume. As you can see, it didn't launch too long ago, but there's definitely some high opportunity. Then it went up again and down again. Quite a risky move, but with this APR, it's kind of a no-brainer. This is what the APR looks like. So current Looks APR 228, current WETH APR. So what they do is they redistribute the fees that they collect to the actual stakers to get demand for their platform, right, in competition with OpenSea. So they're definitely listening to the audience, what they want, how it works. There's a liquidity pool as well. But obviously you get Looks, you get WETH, it's the Ethereum blockchain, you have gas fees. So far it seems extremely rewarding. Do read the documentation though, because the APR is not going to stay that high. They're actually going to reduce it, I think, with a half-life. So every 30 days it's going to be cut in half. Because obviously this promotion, this reward pool doesn't run forever. I'm not really interested in it myself too much, because I rather play with gaming cryptos, which is like what I like to do, and focus on my IDOs, which is the core of my portfolio strategy. These rewards, however, are quite significant, and because I know a lot of people involved with this, I just like to stay up to date, right? Then, of course, as always, I get most of my information and updates off Twitter. So if you don't follow me already, follow me at itsdigits. Join the Discord in the description down below. Every day moving forward, 3 p.m. UTC, around that time, I will try to upload a video just like this one to the channel, and there will be a full playlist where you can basically see all the movement in the crypto Launchpad IDO market on which I focus on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.